my wife's high school sweetheart came back to town wearing wealth like a second skin. She looked at me across our kitchen table and said, "I think we married too young." I signed the divorce papers without hesitation. 6 months later, handcuffs replaced his expensive watch, and suddenly my phone wouldn't stop ringing. I'm 35. We'd been married 8 years. 8 years that felt solid, unshakable. We met in college when we were still figuring out who we wanted to become, married at 27 with hope in our eyes and plans sketched on napkins. Our house in the suburbs wasn't much, but it was ours. Both of us worked decent jobs, nothing that would make headlines, but enough to build something real. Comfortable. We'd even started talking about kids, marking next year on the calendar like a promise we were both ready to keep. Then 3 months ago, a ghost from her past materialized with a luxury car and a Rolex that caught the light just right. She mentioned him like he was weather, casual and inevitable. My ex from high school just moved back. Apparently, he's doing really well. Then coffee. Just catching up, you know how it is. Then lunch. It's just as friends, obviously. Then dinner. Then I started noticing details. Perfume I'd never smelled before. Clothes still creased with store folds. She was transforming in front of me, and I wasn't stupid enough to pretend I didn't see it. But here's what nobody expected. I didn't panic. I just watched, quiet, patient, waiting to see how this story she was writing would end. 2 weeks ago, she came home smelling like expensive wine and sat down at our kitchen table. The one I'd spent weekends restoring, stripping away old varnish with my own hands, applying fresh stain in careful strokes. That detail haunts me now. "We need to talk," she said. The oldest opener in the book. I put my phone face down and gave her everything I had left. "I've been thinking," she continued, her voice soft but certain, "about us, about this marriage, and I think we married too young." Silence stretched between us like a fault line. We were only 27. We hadn't lived enough, didn't know ourselves yet, and now I'm 35 and realizing everything I missed. "Okay," I said. She blinked like I'd spoken a foreign language. "Okay? Yeah. If that's how you feel." "Okay." The confusion on her face was almost worth it. She'd expected a fight, tears, pleading. "I think we should separate. Maybe divorce. I need to figure out who I am outside of this. Is this about your high school ex?" Her face flushed crimson. "This isn't about him. This is about me. About us. We're not right anymore." "Cool. I'll call a lawyer tomorrow." Shock replaced confusion. "You're not even going to try to save this?" I looked at her then, really looked. Saw the stranger wearing my wife's face. "You're telling me you don't want this marriage. You've been dating another man for weeks. What exactly am I supposed to save? I just thought you'd care more." "I care enough not to drag this out." "You want out?" "You're out. Simple. You're being incredibly cold. You want me to cry? Beg? That's not happening. You made your choice. I'm respecting it." Wednesday. That conversation happened on a Wednesday. By Friday, I'd interviewed 3 divorce attorneys and chosen the one my friend recommended, the practical one who doesn't weaponize paperwork. Filed no fault, agreed to split everything down the middle. Clean. Quick. Like ripping off a bandage that's been barely holding anyway. She moved out 2 weeks later, took up temporary residence in her childhood bedroom while figuring things out. That same weekend, her Instagram story glowed with champagne bubbles and candlelight. His watch gleamed in the corner of the frame like a signature. The divorce moved fast because neither of us wanted to bleed slowly. House went on the market. Savings split straight down the middle. Her car, my car. No kids, no pets, just the mathematics of unraveling a life. But I kept one thing. That kitchen table I'd refinished with my own hands. She called it too rustic for her new aesthetic anyway. I also kept my woodworking tools, the ones she'd always dismissed as hobby junk cluttering the garage. 1 month after she walked out, her Facebook relationship status changed. In a relationship with his name tagged like a trophy. Comments flooded in, meant to be. And finally found your way back to each other. Like our 8 years together were just a detour she had to take before finding her real destination. Her mom called. You're really not going to fight for her? She doesn't want to be fought for. She wants him. I'm letting her have what she wants. You're giving up too easily. Or I'm respecting her decision like an adult. She huffed, and the line went dead. The divorce finalized 6 weeks ago. We each walked away with $85,000 from the house sale after the mortgage and realtor fees took their cut. Divided the furniture through text message negotiations, cold and transactional. She took the living room where we used to watch movies. I took the bedroom furniture and my workshop equipment. I moved into a small 2-bedroom apartment closer to work, spent a weekend building a woodworking space on the covered patio. Started taking custom furniture commissions through social media. Turns out people actually value things made by hand, made with care. Life became quiet. Not bad, just different. Smaller, mine. Then yesterday shattered the peace. 2 months post-divorce, and my ex-wife was living her glossy magazine life all over social media. Every post screamed, look what I upgraded to. The boyfriend, the dates, the designer handbags that cost more than our monthly grocery budget used to. His Tesla, his tailored suits. Restaurants where 1 meal equaled a week of our old life. She painted him as self-made, a success story built on smart investments and brilliant business moves. Meanwhile, I was eating cold pizza over the sink and building a bookshelf for my neighbor. Her friends performed in the comments like a Greek chorus. You look so much happier now. This is what you deserve. One cousin actually wrote, finally with someone who can give you the life you should have had. I muted her across platforms but didn't block. Blocking felt like admitting I still cared enough to be hurt. My life, though? It got better in unexpected ways. The woodworking co-op became my sanctuary twice a week. Met people who knew me only as the guy who could make wood sing. One guy taught me joinery techniques that felt like meditation. A woman introduced me to her single sister, but I wasn't there yet. Still learning to be alone without being lonely. Took on a big commission. Custom dining table, took $400. 3 weeks of evenings and weekends, every cut precise, every joint perfect. The satisfaction of creation beat scrolling through digital performances of happiness any day. Then her mom called 2 weeks ago. Unexpected, unwelcome. How are you doing? Actually concerned. Fine. Staying busy. That's good. A pause heavy with unspoken words. Have you talked to her at all? No. Why would I? She seems different lately. Can't put my finger on it. Different how? Stressed. Says everything's great, but I know my daughter. She's worried about something. She's got her successful boyfriend. I'm sure they'll figure it out. Her mom sighed, long and tired. I know you think I took her side in all this. You did take her side. I was supporting my daughter. But between you and me, I never liked that boy she dated in high school. Something about him always felt wrong. Interesting timing for that revelation. Not your problem anymore, I know. No, it's not. I wanted to check on you. You were a good husband. I hope you know that. The call ended. I went back to sanding a chair leg, let the repetitive motion erase the conversation. 3 days ago, fate played its hand at the hardware store. I was buying wood stain when a man did a double take and walked over with purpose. You're her ex-husband, right? Yeah, dude. You dodged a bullet. Turns out he'd been her boyfriend's former business partner, invested in some real estate scheme that dissolved like sugar in rain, barely recovered his initial money, and the whole operation stank of illegality. "Can't prove anything," he said, looking over his shoulder like someone might be listening. "But I'd bet money he's running some kind of scam. Everything's smoke and mirrors, the cars, the clothes, the lifestyle, it's all leverage maxed out to the ceiling. Dude's probably drowning in debt but making it look like success." I thanked him and left, carrying information I didn't know what to do with. Not my circus, not my monkeys, not anymore. Finished the commission table. Client loved it, posted photos that brought 3 more inquiries. Apparently custom furniture has a market if you're good enough. Life felt peaceful, stable. Mine. Then, yesterday morning at 6:45, my phone rang. Unknown number. "Hello?" "It's me." Her voice shook like leaves before a storm. "Why are you calling from a random number?" My phone got shut off. Using my friend's phone. Red flag waving in hurricane winds. "Okay, can we meet? I need to talk to you. It's important. We're divorced. We don't have anything to talk about. Please." "It's urgent. Just coffee." 1 hour. Something in her voice, something broken and desperate made me agree. Curiosity, maybe, or the ghost of who I used to be. We met at a diner near her parents' place. She looked hollowed out. Hair undone, no makeup, wearing jeans and a hoodie instead of designer armor. Ordered coffee but never touched it. "What's going on?" I asked. I made a mistake. Of course she did. Okay, with him, with the divorce, with everything. I sipped my coffee. Waited. He's not who I thought he was. The business, the money, it's not real. Most of it's borrowed or, I don't know. It's complicated, so why tell me? Because I need help. And there it was, the real reason for this sad little meeting. I gave him $50,000. I nearly choked. "You what?" "My half of the house sale. He had this investment opportunity. Guaranteed returns. Double my money in 6 months. You gave your ex-boyfriend $50,000 based on what exactly?" He showed me paperwork. It looked legitimate. He's been doing this for years. He knows what he's doing. Apparently not. Her hands trembled around the untouched coffee cup. I can't get it back. He keeps saying it's tied up in the investment, it'll mature soon, just be patient. But it's been 2 months, and I need that money. I only have $35,000 left, and rent is killing me. "What rent?" "I thought you were living with them." She looked down like the table held answers. I was. But we fought about the money, and I moved out. Got my own place. Didn't want to seem desperate. The irony was exquisite. "So you spent the divorce settlement on a fancy apartment and a bad investment, and now you're broke." "I'm not broke. I just need some of that money back to cover expenses until my next paycheck." Still not explaining why you called me. I thought maybe you could talk to him. Guy to guy. Explain that I really need the money back. I actually laughed. Couldn't stop it from bubbling up. "You want me to help you recover money you invested with the boyfriend you left me for?" "He's not my boyfriend anymore. We broke up. Still not my problem. You were always good at talking to people. Reasonable. He might listen to you." "No. Please, I don't know what else to do." "Here's a thought. Get a lawyer. If he took your money under false pretenses, that's fraud. I can't afford a lawyer right now." Then I guess you learned an expensive lesson about giving large sums of money to high school sweethearts who flash expensive watches. She started crying. Real tears this time, not manipulation. I could tell the difference after 8 years. I know I screwed up. I know I hurt you. But I'm asking for help. And I'm saying no. I'm not getting involved in whatever mess you created with him. I stood up, dropped a 20 on the table for both coffees. Lose this number. We're done. Left her sitting there, tears falling into coffee she'd never drink. 3 weeks later, the situation exploded in ways I never saw coming. After the diner, she called 6 more times from different numbers. I answered twice, told her to stop, then started ignoring. Finally sent one text, "Contact me again and I'm filing harassment charges." That bought me 7 days of silence. Then her mom called again. She's in trouble, real trouble. Not my circus. She lost $50,000 to that scumbag. Did she tell you that? Yep. Also told me it's not my problem. She's your wife. Ex-wife. Very, very ex. She made a mistake. People make mistakes, sure, and people face consequences. She chose to leave, chose to invest with him, chose all of it. I'm choosing to stay out of it. You're being cruel. I'm being boundaried. There's a difference. Her mom tried the guilt trip for 10 more minutes before I ended the call. 2 days later, Facebook Messenger lit up. Her best friend. Someone I'd actually liked during the marriage. "Hey, I know you probably don't want to hear from anyone in her circle, but I thought you should know what's really going on." Against my better judgment, I kept reading. The situation was worse than she'd admitted, not just $50,000 invested. She'd also co-signed a luxury car lease, $800 monthly, put him as an authorized user on her credit cards. He'd racked up $15,000 in charges, loaned him another $10,000 cash for business expenses. Total damage, roughly $75,000 plus ongoing credit card debt bleeding her dry. And the real kicker? He'd pulled this exact scam on 2 other women in the past year. Same promises, same luxury lifestyle performance, same ghost act when things got tight. Already moved on to some 23-year-old he'd met at a gym. She's completely destroyed financially, her friend wrote. Had to move back in with her parents. Can barely make minimum payments. Too proud to file bankruptcy, but that's where she's heading. I felt nothing. Not satisfaction. Not pity. Just empty space where feelings used to live. Thanks for letting me know. But I can't help. She's not asking you to fix it. She just needs someone to talk to who understands financial stuff. You were always good with money. I'm good with money because I don't invest my life savings with con artists. Her friend went silent after that. The weekend arrived with plans for custom shelving in my apartment. Beautiful maple waiting to be transformed. Therapeutic work, the kind that quiets the mind. Sunday afternoon, my doorbell rang. Check the people. My ex-wife, with her dad flanking her like security. I opened the door but didn't step aside. "We need to talk," her dad said. He'd always been the reasonable one. About helping her fix this mess. "No. Hear me out. I'm not asking for money. Just come with me to talk to this guy. Convince him to return at least some of what she gave him. Why would he listen to me?" "Because you're calm. Logical. You can explain that what he did was wrong without it getting emotional." I almost closed the door right then. Almost. "What's in it for me?" Her dad looked genuinely surprised. "You'd be helping someone you cared about." Cared. Past tense. She made it very clear we were done. My ex stepped forward, desperation making her bold. "I'll pay you $1,000 if you help me get any money back. You just told me you're broke. My dad will pay you." Her dad shot her a look, but didn't deny it. "Let me get this straight," I said slowly. "You want to pay me $1,000 to help you recover money that you invested with the guy you left me for? Because you can't afford a lawyer to do this properly?" Yes. The audacity was actually impressive. "Here's my counteroffer." No, her dad tried to negotiate. "What if we make it $2,000? What if you respect my boundaries and leave?" "You know what?" My ex's voice went sharp. "I was wrong about you. I thought you were a good person. But you're just vindictive and petty. You're enjoying watching me suffer. I'm not watching you do anything. I'm living my life. You keep inserting yourself into it. I asked you for one thing. Just help me talk to him. And I said no. Multiple times, in multiple ways. How many different ways do I need to say it? Her dad put his hand on her shoulder. Come on, this isn't working. They left. She was crying again. Her dad looked like he'd aged 10 years. I went back to my shelving project. 3 days later, my phone exploded with texts from numbers I didn't recognize. Her friends, her cousins, her coworkers. All variations of the same theme. How can you be so heartless? She needs help, and you're just being spiteful. You must have really hated her to act like this. I blocked every number and turned off message notifications from non-contacts. Then yesterday happened. I was at the woodworking co-op helping a newcomer learn the router when my phone started buzzing like it was possessed. My brother. I stepped outside. Yeah? Dude, are you watching the news? No. Why? Check Channel 7. Right now. I pulled up the local news site. Top story, bold letters, local businessman arrested in investment fraud scheme. The photo showed my ex-wife's ex-boyfriend in handcuffs. According to the article, he'd been running a Ponzi scheme for 2 years. Took money from at least 15 people with promises of high returns on real estate investments that never existed. Total estimated fraud, over $800,000. One of his victims had finally reported him to the FBI. They'd been investigating for 3 months. Arrested him that morning at his luxury apartment. The apartment was rented. The Tesla was leased. Everything was smoke and mirrors, exactly like his former business partner had warned me. I sat in my truck reading the article twice, letting the information settle. My phone rang. Her mom. I answered. Did you see? She asked. Yeah. She gave him $75,000. The FBI says she'll maybe get back 30 cents on the dollar once they liquidate his assets. That's less than $25,000. That's rough. That's all you have to say? That's rough? What do you want me to say? That you'll help her? That you'll do something? Like what? The guy's arrested. The FBI is handling it. There's nothing I can do. You could help her financially while she recovers. And there it was, the real ask underneath everything. No, she's going to lose everything. Can't make her credit card payments. Her credit score is destroyed. She might have to file bankruptcy. Those are consequences of her choices. You're really going to watch her hit rock bottom and do nothing? I'm not watching anything. I'm living my own life. She's not my responsibility. She was your wife for 8 years. Was. Past tense. She ended that when she decided I wasn't good enough. Her mom started crying.
Real sobbing. Please. I'm begging you. Just give her enough to cover a few months while she figures this out. 10,000. 5,000. Anything. No. Why not? You got the same amount from the house sale, you can afford it. Because the second I give her money, I become her backup plan. Her safety net. The guy she can run to when she screws up. That's not happening. So you're just going to be cruel?
I'm going to be smart. Good night. I hung up and blocked her number too. Final update. 1 week later. This past week has been chaos. The news coverage of his arrest dominated every local channel. New details every day. More victims coming forward with their stories of loss. Turns out he'd been running this scam in 3 different cities over 5 years. Total fraud estimate climbed to over $2 million. My ex-wife's name appeared in one article. They used initials, but everyone in our social circle knew. Her Facebook went private. Her Instagram went dark completely. Her best friend messaged me again, she's having a breakdown. Can't eat, can't sleep, just cries all day. Her parents are worried she might hurt herself. I forwarded the message to her mom with a note, If she's in crisis, please get her professional help. I cannot be that help. Her mom didn't respond. 2 days ago, my brother called. You're trending on some local Facebook groups. What? Someone posted about the situation. How your ex left you for this scammer, lost everything, and now you're refusing to help her. Comments are mixed, half saying you're heartless, half saying she made her bed. I didn't engage, didn't comment. Just let people talk into the void. Then yesterday, an email appeared. From her. Subject line, please read this. I almost deleted it. Curiosity 1, pages long. How sorry she was. How she'd made the biggest mistake of her life, leaving me. How she didn't recognize what she had until it was gone. How she'd give anything to go back and choose differently. Then the real point, she needed $8,000 to avoid bankruptcy. Would I consider it a loan? She'd pay me back $500 monthly. Had it all planned out on a spreadsheet probably. I sat with that email for an hour, thought about our 8 years together, the good times that were genuinely good, the quiet evenings that felt like home, the plans we'd sketched on napkins and calendars. Then I thought about her telling me we'd married too young. Her face glowing in those Instagram photos with him. Her mom telling me I should fight harder. Her assuming I'd just be waiting in the wings if things didn't work out. I replied with one line, I wish you the best, but I can't help you. Please don't contact me again. Deleted her email address, created a filter to automatically archive anything from her. Digital erasure. Her dad showed up at my apartment that evening. I watched through the peephole as he knocked for 5 minutes, then slid a note under my door. I know you're angry. You have every right to be, but she's drowning. Whatever happened between you two, she doesn't deserve this. If you have any compassion left, please reconsider. Call me. I threw the note away. This morning, I woke to 17 missed calls from various numbers, all people connected to her. One last coordinated assault to make me cave. Didn't listen to any voicemails. Just blocked the numbers like weeds in a garden. Here's what everyone keeps missing. I'm not refusing to help because I'm bitter or want revenge. I'm refusing because helping her would be the worst thing I could do. She needs to face this. All of it. The financial devastation, the public embarrassment, the consequences of trusting a con artist over a stable marriage. If I swoop in with money, she learns nothing. She just learns that she can detonate her life and someone will always clean up the mess. My therapist, I started seeing someone after the divorce, says I'm setting healthy boundaries. That I'm not responsible for fixing problems I didn't create. The woodworking co-op remains my refuge. Finished a commission coffee table this week, $1,800. Client wants matching end tables next month. I'm booked out 6 weeks now. Started attending board game night at a local cafe. Met people who know nothing about my divorce drama. It's refreshing, being nobody's cautionary tale. Saw my ex's Instagram briefly before she went dark. Last post was a quote about learning who your real friends are in hard times and discovering people's true colors. The irony was completely lost on her. Her mom left one final voicemail yesterday. I hope you can live with yourself. I hope you're happy watching her suffer. I hope karma finds you. Honestly, I sleep fine. I'm not happy she's suffering, but I'm not responsible for it either. She chose to leave our marriage, chose to ignore red flags about her ex, chose to invest money she couldn't afford to lose, chose to get financially entangled with someone she barely knew. Those were her choices. The consequences are hers too. I'm just a guy who builds furniture now. Got a client meeting tomorrow about a custom desk. Another asking about kitchen cabinets. Turns out there's decent money in this if you're good enough. Might start teaching beginner woodworking classes at the co-op. The owner keeps asking. Life's not perfect. Some days I miss being married, miss having someone to share dinner with, but I don't miss walking on eggshells, don't miss wondering if I'm enough, don't miss being someone's second choice. The house we shared sold to a young couple with a baby. They sent me a photo of the kitchen table I'd refinished, now in their dining room with a high chair pulled up to it. Said they loved that it came with the house. I didn't tell them I built it with my own hands. Just said I was glad it found a good home. As for my ex-wife, I genuinely hope she figures things out. Hope she gets the help she needs. Hope she learns something from all this wreckage. But I won't be part of that journey. I've got furniture to build and a life to live. That's enough for me.